Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature somewhere. Be today. I know in my area, I don't know about where you are, but today, through most of the morning till the early afternoon, it was brr. So hey, fall is coming before you know it, and so you want to make time, and to get out somewhere, find like a search online, like for, trails. And a lot of times in the reviews, they will let you know if the trail might be all sun, or, you can look through the pictures, to try to figure out, okay, like how is this trail gonna be, or head out in the morning. That's the best time as far as the temperature goes, but it's so important that you get out because, before you know it. And I know when I was in New York, I heard a lot of people would complain, because they didn't want the cold weather. And even where I am now, even though I don't know the people, out in public, wherever I go, different areas, where people are like, they don't want nothing to do with the cold. So anyway, I do love you. And besides getting out in nature, make sure, you are being kind to yourself, and not just yourself, but the ones that are close to you. I hope you're being kind to the ones that are there loving and supporting you, and others, people out in public. So don't be rude. You don't know what they're going through, so be kind to everyone. Or, don't say anything. If you can't hold that tongue of yours, just don't say anything if it's not going to be in a positive and nurturing way. And anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and thank you for joining me here. And thank you all of you that have subscribed or left me a message. Thank you. And also you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can give this video a thumbs up. I kind of did that backwards. You can give this video a thumbs up. Plus, don't forget, you can leave a message down below, beep, 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 and you can share my videos with your family, your friends, a pigeon, what animal did I see today? I've already done squirrels. I'm trying to think of this animal out here that I saw yesterday. You could share my videos with a prairie dog. They are so cute. They are adorable. Starlight wants a pet, prairie dog. And I've never seen those. They don't have those that I know of in New York, but there's a whole bunch of them out here. So yeah, share my videos with them. And also, besides sharing my videos, don't forget to check out my playlist. And there are some very interesting true story videos on there, of some things that Starlight went through. And I know there's other people in the world that went through some crazy stuff like I did. Like, if you want to know what videos I'm talking about, is spiritual awakening videos or alien stuff. Those are real deal, So I have medical records to prove it. So anyway, besides that, you can also find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So here we go. Sorry, I was kind of leaning like this. I don't know why I was leaning. So anyway, I want to reach out to all of you because all of you are going through different stuff, and I don't know what you're going through, but I was kind of back and forth to two different videos, and I already made a video today, but I'm trying to get a little ahead, and I don't know if this is going to work out, but I'm gonna work at it to see if I can make this work. So anyway, today I really want to talk to you about action speaks louder than words. So I have to say thank you, mentor. And a lot of you don't know who my mentor is, but my mentor taught me a lot about, the things that come out of people's mouths. do you believe, Starlight was always, in the past, my mentor really snapped me out of it, I hope, is people will say all kinds of stuff to you, and that could be family, friends, relatives, who knows what kind of relative, your husband, wife, and also acquaintances out there, where they will say things to you. And I always believe that we should believe people right off the bat, because if we just didn't believe in anyone, how could we even build a relationship if we just like thought and believed that everyone, you couldn't trust? So, but you do have to really pay attention to what they are saying, and you are going to be like a computer, and that's what we are in a way, is like computers. Like, we record things, when people say it, like automatically without even trying, it goes into a file, the saved files, I get when I upload photos or pictures. A lot of times when I upload new videos or pictures from my phone, a video will pop up on its own that will say saved photos. And so a lot of times saved pictures. So this is pretty much, you don't even have to really do anything. It's like, okay, that's what they said. You might meet somebody new, and a lot of times I've gone on lots of dates for dating apps, and now really it's really best to meet people out in public. So don't be shy when you go out in public. And if you guys, girls, both sexes, somebody told me a long time ago that they believe that women, should be the ones that go to the men. No, I don't. I have to disagree with that. I believe we all should, if you're interested in somebody, don't hold back, especially it could be the last time you're going to see them. So, but I do agree with what they said, or with that topic, is you only got so many seconds depending on the situation with that person. Like, if you're at a store, how long are you going to be at the store? How long are they going to be at the store? If you're out in public, how long are they going to, you don't know if they're ever going to, if you work in a store, right now I go in certain gas stations, and, I got a hunch, my gut, my intuition saying, yeah, that guy definitely, like, he makes sure he's really a gentleman, so I wouldn't mind getting to know him. But, like, just like acquaintances, just to kind of get to know him. And, because he does work at a gas station, is that, he has told me, he's been very sweet, and he always really is very polite with me every single time. And he's really makes sure that he always calls me sweetie all the time. So I have that hunch that he has a thing for me, as far as out in public, view. But of course, he's seen me in and out so many times. So that man, he's might have, an opportunity another time. But, if you meet somebody at a park, it doesn't mean that you're going to find him at the park. I recently seen a guy at this library, and he was looking in here, and I'm like, and I was straightening my hair in these study rooms with the glass is wide open in here, and I don't care. Hey, I gotta straighten my hair. I know that I'm in the matrix, and anything kind of can go as long as nobody says anything. Do whatever, have fun. Don't let all that stuff bother you. So just get out of yourself, and don't worry about what people. They're only going to see you that moment, and then, except for the workers here, they'll see Starlight in here doing her hair again, or even outside the room at the library doing her hair. But they know I'm going to come in here and make videos later, so they understand, why Starlight's straightening her hair in a library. But so in these situations, like at a library, that might be the last time, because just because you've seen them in the library at a certain time on a certain day, like officers, that's what, like, and that's why the universe doesn't want Starlight. I've been kind of followed lately, being kind of followed. And so it is kind of funny how the universe was giving me messages as about, changing my pattern around, because I was going to the same park, because I love the park, and now I realize, I am like, yeah, I do need to switch it up and go to a different park because sometimes I do need some peace and quiet and I need that alone time with myself. So, and it works out good with me switching things around, not parking at the same parking spot, switching, not going at the same spot at the park, that way I'm not being fouled, so, but like parks, people come and go, and just because, a person goes at a park, and you like, hey, what time, what day is it? Maybe I'll come back, tomorrow at around the same time. I'll, like I saw her there at 4 o'clock and then p.m. So I'll try to, come around 3:30. Maybe I'll spot, because that's how cops follow people, is like, oh, okay, because I heard that people, are like that, is that they repeat the same stuff. And I've seen this many times in my life where I've gone to the same park over and over again when I was in New York, like for a year, because I was actually working on a fort. And it's kind of funny is that I've seen a lot of the same people every day in and out. And even out here, I go to a park, it is a beautiful park. That's why Starlight had a hard time. I'm like, but Starlight, you're missing out. There's other parks out there that have different things. So, and so I'm like, wow, look at this park. I like this park too now. This is a quiet park. So if I need something quiet, I could go to this park. But if I want attention, the park that I like, that would be but if I don't want the attention, then I can tone it down a little bit and go somewhere else. So, you really got to be quick when it comes to, introducing yourself to somebody, and especially in certain places, so I'm building it up for this kind of way, is because it's going to be, it doesn't always have to be people that are strangers, people that you don't know out in public, but a lot of times it happens when a guy or a girl will introduce each other somewhere out in public, hopefully not at a bar, if you're wanting to get married, because that really to me is not a great place to, I've actually have known somebody that is, they did marry somebody, and that's where they met, was at a bar. And it wasn't long after they got married where the guy was flirting with Starlight, and it was my friend, a girlfriend that I had at the time. And I was like, I just was blown. I could have really got him in a lot of trouble, but I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to get in the middle of it. So I didn't do the right thing. I really should have spoke up and let her know, hey, I am not lying. I know what his panties look like right now. I don't know what guys call them, underwear panties, but yeah, they're leopard underwear. Now, how would I know that he's wearing leopard underwear right now? Because he flashed me, when you were in the bathroom. So yeah, I definitely had proof to prove what he did, but I didn't say anything. She was so happy with him, but so yeah, Starlight did not do the right thing, is to speak up and let her know. So you gotta be careful. Like I was saying earlier about like dating apps, is I talked and I have read so many profiles, and now they got robots on there. So you could spend hours talking to a robot. Hey, how you doing? And give them all your information and all that stuff. And they probably got them programmed where the robot is gonna be like a guy and pretend to be a guy and even ask you, hey, can you send me any pictures? I'm like, hey, I already, there's pictures on my profile. I don't know what pictures you want, but Starlight's not sending those kind anymore. So, he is, when I was on the dating apps for years, long time, on and off, is what I was learning is a lot of guys, and I'm not saying this just happens to guys, but it might be more leaned on the guy's side than the female side, is that they would say, what are you looking for in a man? That's kind of like a, that is a hard question when they ask that, because, it's good to keep them guessing, really, if you can, because they, not just guys do this, but women might do this too, is, proclaim that they're everything that you're searching for, and they, or like even if you were on a dating app and you put all this information about who you are and what your interests are and what, all these different things, and they could say, hey, yeah, I'm all those things that you're looking for, but they gotta really prove this. This is what my mentor, I love my mentor so much, and he really, I'll tell you what, I cried like a little baby learning these lessons the hard way. Believe me, I can't tell you the story, but so I told you a long while ago where I got deceived by a man, and and that was very painful. The man did. He had a string on me, and he really pulled me in. And Starlight was really getting out of herself. Starlight was sending this man some beautiful pictures, and I was even practicing singing. I was recording, trying to perfect the song, trying to figure out how to send it to the person. I was head over heels for this guy. I've been getting to know him from 2016 all the way to 2024. So I spent hours getting to know this guy, and he was out also getting to know me. And would you know it is that he was deceiving me and making me think that he was interested in me. And like, it was a very tricky situation of how we were communicating, or how I was communicating with him, and I can't tell you all the details to this. Is that you really have to really, when like, if you're out there searching for love like I am, hey, where is he? Where is that guy? Oh, there, like, where is he? He's out there somewhere. I could feel it. I could really feel it. He is out there. And even like with the new moon, I got information is that right now could be the time, but it was saying how I wasn't really focused on that right now. But hey, I can be focused, like I can make space, for a man, definitely, and that is part of, like, getting involved with somebody. Is like, if somebody says they're too busy, you just listen to that person. If they say I'm too busy right now, really, just, it's just a good indicator that person's just not ready right then. So you definitely want to make sure what their words, when they speak and what they tell you. They could say all kinds of stuff. That's why it's so important not to be such in a rush. A lot of people, this is what happens depending on the year, what time of year it is, because like you get spring fever with guys going out there, and women, guys are more obvious about looking for whatever they're looking for, whether it's love or a quick fling or a quick fix. Or women, are not so obvious that they're searching unless they verbally let you know that they are. But men seem to be more of the obvious, the ones that, if they're searching for the real deal, like love, like, like, depending on what they are desiring as far as a relationship, whether they want to learn long-term relationship, or they really want to plan on getting married to a person, and hopefully that is the goal, is to get married with that person. But I, a long time ago, learned, when I was in church, I wasn't allowed to be alone with the opposite sex. So, to really keep yourself safe, in the beginning, meeting somebody, it's not such a good plan to really get too close to them physically. The church that I went to, and hang on. Oh, I have one right here. They joked about it, and they would let you court going to church. That meant that you were not alone ever with the opposite sex, and that, like, if you went to the his church or her church, and you were courting and you had a babysitter, that, and this is what Starlight went through, is and children were not the best babysitters. They didn't really know what to look out for. But if you had an adult that was babysitting the couple that was courting, because they're not supposed to touch each other, not supposed to be skin and skin, you know, like this piece of paper, they made jokes is like, hey, because when they were getting a little too close, they're like, hey, let's see if we can get a piece of paper in between them, because they don't really, that energy, especially if you're physically attracted to them, and it shouldn't just be physically attracted to them, what else attracts you to that person? Is it just their looks, their body, their hair, Starlight's eyes? You're attracted to my eyes, their age. A lot of guys, get suckered in for that. They want to, like show and tell, like, hey, look at this. I'm dating an 18-year-old. So, so with that piece of paper, because there's vibes and energy, that's going to be popping off of you and popping off of him. So if you're getting too close, it's going to, you're going to really kind of speed things up a little bit quicker than you really might want. You might want to be quick, but Starlight's that chick that says, you know what, he's got to prove himself, like, it's so important to have these people, men or women. So I don't want to just pick on the men, because women could say, yeah, I'm all of those. I do. She might not like cooking. He might not like cooking. Yeah, I love to cook. What is he doing at home right now? Is he cooking for himself right now? Or is he going out to fast food places all the time? Is she going out to fast food places all the time? And where you can gain a lot of weight doing that. How does Starlight know? I did. I got some pictures. You would not believe it. You'd be like, wow, I can't believe it. That was Starlight. So right now, like I said the other day, is I've been going to those gyms outside at a park, working on my abs and working on my ass, and other body parts that I need to work on, because I've been doing the inner work. Now I'm ready to do the outer work. Now I'm ready, even though I've been taking care of my teeth and face and skin and all that, but now I'm ready to, tone things up, and I need to do that anyway for myself, not just for a man. But, like, you gotta really listen to what they say. Do they really like cooking? I would love to get with a guy where we can cook together and feed each other. Starlight's a kiki girl. I love that stuff. I am like turned on that intimacy and just like having that time with each other when you really got to know that person for a long time, to build up to that point. You don't want to rush into that stuff really quick, because you might fall on deaf ears where they say stuff and you might be missing it, because that's what my mentor taught me is, there's times, that I, wasn't listening because I was like goo goo gaga, and I never even met the guy in person, but I know his name, I know what he does for a living, and so you really gotta really test them out. Don't just because they say something, now they got to prove it. So record everything that they say. Don't forget what they said, and so like when you ask questions, is it, you could even ask them, okay, so you could take one of these little, I did this when I moved out of my apartment with my landlord, is I got like a little recording device here. I don't know if the batteries are good, but I have batteries in my car. You could just have this and ask a whole bunch of questions, and you don't have to let them know. You could save it and, have that time and you can always set the person up and say, hey, like I just want to ask you again, I got some questions here, and you can even make sure, if he or she says something that you're like, oh my, I can't believe, really, that's what they're into or they like, and then you could record them, so later on, if your gut says something's a little off with that, you can always test that out, and record what they said. And then later on, is, they might not really like you at this point when you actually say, when I talked to you, is that I asked you these were really important questions. Like, I'm going to say some of these right now, and these are very important. Like when you are interested in somebody, and it really has a lot to do when you're meeting a new person, because like your family, you really kind of know them. Not saying that they can't lie to you, right? I mean, not like how many family members lie to their kids or their children or their brothers or sisters, right? So, or even a boss, does your boss lie to you, or a coworker lie to you? These little devices are good to, hey, my coworker said I could do this, So Starlight's a little spy. Life has taught me to be like this, and so as far as, like if something didn't feel right when, you're talking to each other and they said an answer. I just went through this the other day with somebody. I can't remember what it was about, but I was talking with somebody and it was really strange. It's like when they said something, my whole body did this like reaction to it, and I was like, huh, that is odd. Why is it, you know, I'm not feeling that? They said it, but like my intuition just didn't believe what they said. So you got to pay attention to your intuition. It's so important to do that. So actions speak louder than words, and communication is so important also when it comes to meeting somebody. That is part of this, is communication. Is, are they a person that says that, yeah, I'll talk to you later, but then they never call you? you know I have dealt with that so many times online for dating apps. It's sickening. It was really bad. you know so you got to really ask them, like, when later, because I could say, hey, I'll see you later. That could be a couple of days later. So the terms of how you speak and how they speak could be different. So if they're not communicating good in the beginning, you might want to communicate with them and say, hey, I noticed that, when I text you, and it's not like they're going to always be able to respond right away, but these are things that they should be considerate. And if they somehow or another didn't respond to you for whatever reason, and things could pop up, and you could check the next day. It's like, they didn't text back, or they didn't call back. They said they were going to call back, or all that. So those are really good and important indicators as far as that person goes. Because some people, like salesmen, I just met, like, even people that sell phones. Oh man, I'm just like, wow, trying to talk me into stuff. It's like, I told you, and it's almost like it goes on deaf ears. They don't even hear you. It's like, they're, wow, I mean, they're really persistent. So you really got to listen to these people when you meet people, and or people in your family, that they say things. Is you might have to, like, even on your phone, you might even have something, but make sure nothing goes off and like ding. You're like, hey, what was that noise? Oh, that was me recording you for later. Later I want to find out if you were, I got evidence here. I never said that. Yeah, you did. I know what you said. You said this and you said that. That's what my mentor taught me, is that, just like the way the Matrix is, and you're going to be tested. So that's why I wanted to make this video, is that the universe is going to test you. If you're really wanting to get with somebody, universe is going to test you with different men or women, and just to see, hey, is she going to go for this guy, or is she going to go for this man, or is he going to go for this female? And the universe knows all about that guy, so it could be a setup from the universe just to see, are you going to be patient enough to wait for the right one, or are you going to let all these emotions and all this, loneliness to overtake you? Like, oh, I just want to, what do you want to do? Because how long have you been single? I know when I have been single, and since 2000, not dating anybody or going out with anybody, no boyfriend at all, in 2017. And I have to say, 2018, I did do stuff and was not married, and that was it. So from 2018 till now, I have not been with any guy. None. No sex. So how long have you been single? When was the last time you've had sex? So don't let those things get in the way of being in a rush of, trying to jump into something when the universe might be just, testing you out. And sorry, I get an itch. And what I've noticed is the universe will give you all these bad guys and bad women, things that don't really line up, and just throw it out there and just say, there you go, how's that one? And just to see if you're going to go for the bait, like the guys that fish or women fish for, they're putting that bait out there. The universe is putting that bait out there. Yeah, you like this kind, you like a guy that drinks wine, right? Or you like a guy that likes to dance, right? Well, here's a guy that likes to dance and drink wine. I'm just throwing this out. I don't know what you're into. Or, you like a woman that loves nature and loves animals. So I'm going to throw that bait out there and see, are you going to be a sucker and go for it? It's all up to you. So don't let all these emotions and all that, and like I said, if you're getting too close to the person, physically, are you already hugging? Those are really sneaky little sly moves. You really don't want to quickly get into the hugging because you're already getting those feelings and those vibes and all this stuff going on, so it's so important. If you already did that, you're kind of in a situation now what do? I've already hugged them, because I've gone on lots of dating apps, dating app, where I've gone on lots of dates on that one app. And it's amazing how, like, after spending time with that man, is they want to hug after it's a feeler for them, is like, oh, like we're we're gonna leave, we're gonna end the night, we had like he thought, everything went good, or she thought everything was good. And a lot of times, I don't know how women are, but I definitely can say this for men. Now, if the guy is really interested in you, and like maybe you got him all hot and bothered, well, a lot of times they're going to want to reach out and try to give you a hug. So you really, really don't want to do that right away, especially meeting a person and you're trying to build a friendship first. Let's work on the friendship level first before you work on that hugging part. Test them out. See, how patient they are, and her. Are they really wanting to rush things and quickly, and if you tell them that you want to hurry up and quickly get together, they're going to help you with that. So, they're going to try to read your body language and what you say and read into what you're saying. And, like if you say, oh man, I've been single for a long time, or it is really rough, those are indicators, where you might try to kind of help you with that flow. And guys are a lot different with women than women, because men have hormones like I don't have. I've had a week one time where my hormones were so crazy. I was like, oh my, I better like lock myself in my house and not go out in public, because I was like, whoa. I was just like, wow. I'm like, I don't even have nothing down there. I was like, but something was going on. Like something zapped me where I was like that for a week. I was like, man, if this is what a man goes through, like especially the young ones, I'm like, how would they even make it through the day? The way beautiful women and how they're dressed, and women flirt with men. I know how that is because Starlight's like that. So you really gotta really think twice, really how quick you're getting yourself into this, because the universe is throwing out the bait, seeing if you're gonna catch it. So anyway, I really hope this really helps you. I love you so much, and So anyway, is you could give this video a thumbs up. I could have gone on and on this, but I got 32 minutes right there. So I really could. I love these kind of topics because I've learned so much. So really, it's actions speak louder than words. So listen, don't get all up here, like thinking, oh, he's handsome, or oh, she's gorgeous. I just want to wrap my arms around her. I don't know. So, don't let all that get carried away. Just take it slow because God could be out there seeing if you're gonna, like Starlight knows how to fish, like what kind of fish you pull, what kind of, I don't know. So anyway, you could give this video a thumbs up and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you could share my videos with your family, with your pets. Well, wait, with your family, your friends, your dog, and a ferret. You got a pet ferret. Starlight wanted them, but she found out they stink. They stink. So Starlight said, no, we're good. So, yeah, you still could share my videos with your ferret. And also, besides sharing, you can also don't forget the notification. Plus, you could check out my playlist, and you can also follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. I love you so much. I really do. Go slow. Listen. Don't be so close. Because it really, it's a sensitive thing. It really is. Not just for the guy, but for the girl. So make sure you have like a pillow in between. Hey, dude, you're not sitting next to me that close. We're a space apart, man. Because those vibes are really strong. And if it's been a while, what could I say? I mean, like, temptation will be knocking on your door. Like, are you strong enough to say no to temptation? So anyway, I love you. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight, love, light, and peace.